motorcycle events. Let's take a look at how they qualified.
Top fuel points leader Elmer Trent at the near lane was looking to continue his fine season when his motor blew midway down the track. However, his run of 153.26 miles per hour was good enough for fifth place qualifying position. Larry McBride in the far lane was more fortunate in his qualifying run as he turned in a 4.482 at 164.5 miles per hour to take top fuel qualifying honors. In the Premier Division Pro Stock, the story has been the same all year as Dave Schultz Vance and Hines Kawasaki reeled off an ET of 4.955 at 140.89 miles per hour, leading the way into today's final round.
And one additional note, while changing his blown motor yesterday, Elmer Trent injured his back and is doubtful for today's elimination runs. We'll have one of those. The seventh outing of the 8 Prostar drag races motorcycles take place in New Jersey today with over 500 riders from around the world competing. Here's how they qualified yesterday.
Dave Schultz, who's tied for the Pro Stock points lead, set the tone for the weekend when he had a world record pass on the quarter mile of 7.67 at over 176 miles per hour on his Kawasaki. He was the only rider to get into the sixes on his run. In the top fuel Harley class, Happy Ring of Dayton, Ohio got the fastest ET with this run of 7.36 at over 179 miles per hour. The speed was not the fastest of the meet. In the Premier Top Fuel Division, Elmer Trent had an elapsed time with this pass of 7.51 at over 217 miles per hour. Trent's run was good enough for the #1 qualifying spot, but it was not the one that made the biggest news. That honor went to Top Fuel points leader Larry McBride on this pass. The Virginia rider was just a few hundredths of a second off Trent's elapsed time, but his speed of over 218 miles per hour was a new world's record. Because of his slower ET, he's the #2 qualifier. The weather in New Jersey is a dry and cool 60 degrees, and more records are expected to fall in this afternoon's elimination rounds. This is Gary Michaels reporting for TNN Motorsports Magazine.
Michael Andretti.
This is Moto Racing in Atco, New Jersey. The traction was superb, and as a result, the Prostar record book took a beating. Chris Larson has the story.
Why does Byron Hines and the rest of the Vance and Hines crew look so happy? And why the thumbs up? Well, they're headed to congratulate their rider Dave Schultz on setting a new Prostar mark.
Well, we came into this weekend really focused on this event because we're tied with points with John Myers, so we were really intent on trying to get our act together. But the weather has been cool, the barometer has been high, and all of those things that make horsepower, and the Atco track was really sticky this weekend. It was just perfect for the 760s pass that we've looked forward to for 2.5 years now.
And with the national record 177.75 in his pocket, Schultz prepares to go head-to-head with previous record holder and one of the few men to break the 175 Pro Stock mark, pizza John Mafaro. And as you heard Schultz say, it had taken 2.5 years to reach that mark, but at the end of this run, the Atco, New Jersey fans had seen a nearly identical run of 7.666, 177 miles per hour. Moving on to the Top Fuel Division, it was again the familiar matchup of Georgia rider Elmer Trent against the Spider-Man Larry McBride. McBride, like Schultz, had come into this event trying to pad his points lead with only one event remaining. Trent had set the fast mark in qualifying at 217 miles per hour, but that would go virtually unnoticed as McBride ran a pair of 649s at a high speed of 218 miles per hour. McBride capped the weekend off with this final run over Trent, whose engine problems continue to plague him. Bob Malloy blew off Andy Gaddis in the Pro Cop finals, and Bill Furr again best the Top Fuel Harley class. It would appear that Schultz, McBride, Furr, and Ricky Ganson have their respective divisions sewn up as the Prostar season wraps up in Bradenton, Florida, November 8th through 10th. Reporting for Moto World, I'm Chris Larson.
All right, thank you, Chris. 217 miles an hour and a quarter mile. Be quite a ride, wouldn't it? We're going to go to a different